Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Shadowbox Tall Indoor-Outdoor Wall Sconce. This is going to be the 30-2607. So Hubbardton says this is an exterior sconce, and it's made to the quality and durability of being an exterior sconce, but we think this is so beautiful it could be used inside too. And there's lots of other shadow boxes, sconces, you can do exactly the same thing. Let's get into a lot of the detail on it. Let's talk about the finish to begin with. So you're going to have two pull down menus. One says choose the finish for your fixture, choose the second one, choose the finish for your accent. So when you do the first one, the fixture is going to be basically the whole outer part of this, and then the part that's holding the housing for your sockets. There's an inset plate, and that's going to be called the accent, and that is going to be in that secondary finish. You can do them in two different contrasting finishes, or you can do them in the same finish. It's really up to you, and they both are going to look pretty great. Let's get into the size of the fixture itself. 34 inches overall height. The width on it is coming in at 10 inches left to right. Projection from the wall coming out is only 4 inches. That makes this ADA compliant. And ADA is Americans with Disabilities Act that says a sconce can only come out from the wall up to 4 inches, so you can easily pass by it. That makes this a good candidate in all kinds of applications. So if you're a commercial customer, like an architect or an interior designer, you can put this in restaurants, in hotels, you can put it in a doctor's office, a waiting room, hallways, again, nice and flush to the wall, you can get by it. If you're a homeowner, you can do the same thing. You can use it in all these different applications like stairways and hallways because it's just so easy to get around. Let's get into a couple other things. Backplate on it is 4.9 inches by 11.3, and then the mounting height from the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of your junction box is coming in at 11.3. I want to show you a little bit more information about that, and how we're going to do it is to look at the installations instructions now. So if you're on the page for this, on Handmade in Vermont, look over that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you how it goes together, which is super easy. But it's going to show you some good line drawings, schematic drawings, and diagrams of the inside of this, what it looks like, the socket setup, as well as the back plate setup and how it goes onto your 4-inch junction box. This is very light. It's only 11.3 pounds, not very heavy at all. Take advantage of those install sheets. They're on every Hubbardton Forge fixture we have, and they show you lots of good inside information that you can't really get just by looking at a photograph, okay? Let's talk about what's going on as far as lamping goes. You're going to have two of these medium base sockets, and they just take medium base bulbs. Because you have what's called a rain shield, and that was that clear piece of glass that you saw on the install sheet in the parts list that's going to go over your bulb, it dictates the size of the bulb. So it's just a regular screw-in bulb, regular screw socket, medium base, very simple, easy to get everywhere, but it's going to be one of these guys. So you're looking at basically a torpedo shape to get into that glass. So this is an incandescent, and you can do two of these if you want to. Probably up to 60 watts, and that's because of the limitation of the heat coming out of these, plus most of these are going to be limited in the marketplace to a max of 60 watts. However, if you want to go beyond that, you can do that here too. So here's our friend, another torpedo, but this one's an LED. So these I can find 60 watt equivalent, 40 watt equivalent. I should be able to find this at a 75 watt equivalent. You can do some scouting out on the internet, and you might be able to even do better than that as far as the lamping coming out of this, the amount of lumens. This is an LED. I probably picked this up at Home Depot, I bet. Super simple. You can get them at Ace Hardware, Lowe's, Walmart, any of those kind of places. Amazon will have these as well. And it's just a torpedo bulb, medium base type B torpedo. They're going to offer these to you in all kinds of different colors that we talk about of the light coming out of these bulbs. We talk about 2700 Kelvin. That's a super yellow light. That's going to be like the setting sun. They're also going to talk to you about daylight, and if you see these bulbs offered to you in daylight, just be careful because that sounds like it should be a warm light like sunlight, but it's not. That is that bluish white light like an overcast day, and that's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin when they offer that to you on the Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom, talk about it all the time, is going to be warm white, soft white, 3,000 Kelvin. That's what we like to use, and that's why I probably would use them here. And that's the light coming down on this table from these LEDs above. These are 3,000 Kelvin, so you see the nice warm glow it gives, kind of like an incandescent bulb. You might elect to have this on a porch, like a screened-in porch, or maybe around a back deck in your pool, hanging out with your friends late into the evening. You might want to get these as a dimmable bulb. It's really up to you. It's a totally dimmable fixture without any problem. Hubbardton Forge only uses aircraft-grade aluminum to make their outdoor fixtures. Aluminum holds up the best in incredibly harsh environments. When you're out and you look up in the sky and you see all those jet airliners running around up there, those are all made out of aluminum for a reason. And part of that reason is it holds up great, like I said. It also forges beautifully. It holds finish beautifully. It doesn't rust. Remember that. It's very important. And they're virtually indestructible when they're all finished. So how Hubbardton does it is they take the fixture itself, they're going to wire it up at the top, they're going to put a wire at the bottom, they're going to send a current of electricity that's going to go through this fixture, making it positive, and they put it into a spray booth with a picture of the woman next to me. You can see she's spraying finish around it, and because it's positive, it's going to adhere to every nook, every cranny, the top, the bottom, the whole thing. After that, they're going to take this and they're going to move it into an oven. That oven is going to melt all of that down and create a very hard shell. So it makes it, again, virtually indestructible. So they've also tested these things in these wind chambers. So they take the fixture, all covered in that epoxy powder coat. It's going to go into that chamber. They're going to shoot salty seawater at it at high velocity for hours and hours and hours, just like you were at the beach and you have like a hurricane coming in, which to me is going to be pretty much the worst environment you're going to run into. So after they tested these and found out that they hold up incredibly well, Hubbardton Forge offers basically the best warranty in the lighting industry. And you can see that on the page for this. So if you scroll down a little bit, there's a link, and click on that and it'll show you the entire warranty and how it all works. Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus, you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.